All right, let's get it. Let's get the ball rolling, baby. Let's do it. Get the show started. Yo, Haven, what's good, man? What's good? It's my intention that all is well with you guys. You are in a wonderful, magnificent mood, having a wonderful, magnificent rotation. If you are not, hopefully you will be by the end of this presentation. Full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Any and everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. View discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. Listen, Haven, I'm highly grateful, and thankful for all you guys who've been here from the beginning, rocking out, who've been liking, commenting, sharing, been subscribed, doing this energetic exchange with me that we do on the regular. Great gratitude and thanks. I'm honored for your presence, honestly. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is I'm highly grateful, and thankful for you just, investing your time into me. So, yeah. Anyhow, remember, we watch these clips as a form of escaping the external chaos going on outside of ourselves. As we are all experiencing our own individual reality. Doesn't resonate with you, leave it on the ground for someone else to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we notify when we go up. Anyone and everyone who has ever sown to see me will be returned 100-fold as the Most High using you as a divine vessel to divinely support yours truly, because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks, peace and prosperity, you and yours. Hope you know it never goes unnoticed. Really does help the channel, the foundation, my well-being. You know what's up, man. Yo, this one it's another chill one. I got some background noise. I'm not sure if the mic is picking it up or not, so I'm gonna be muting and unmuting. Hopefully I can be on point with that, because sometimes you guys actually realize I forget to unmute sometimes and I'll be talking. So yeah, anyhow, buckle up, enjoy the vibe, and enjoy the vibe. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the vibe. Let's get it. Y'all know what's up, man. Welcome in. You feel me? Whether you watching now, watching later, welcome in. Let's get it. Let's get it, baby. Oh, word? I ain't even... Okay, then. Hold on now. Get it started, baby. Let's get it started. I had to do some labor, so I'm not out of breath anymore. I caught my breath, but I just had to do some labor and stuff just now. So yeah, my breath is just finally caught back up to me. So yeah. Anyhow, let's do it, y'all. Let's do it.
My world, when you people, what are your real friends, you say, yo, my condolences, possibly passed away, I see your aunt passed away, whatever the case, you don't just stare and watch their life like a stone. Don't say nothing. Yo, I don't hear from you no more. Are you fucking kidding me? This is where I started realizing that I was having a spiritual awakening, and not a lot of people are my friends. I got a lot of monitoring spirits. They're not really on the same page as you. They're just keeping tabs of you. They don't share nothing, like nothing, comment nothing. But for some odd reason in their brain, they feel entitled to your personal information. They feel entitled to access. But in the digital realm, they're showing you, we're not tight like that. You just an associate, or I just want access, or I just want whatever I want from you. Are you dumb? At my age, it's not a purpose or reason, or we're getting some money or some business being done. I don't see the purpose of that. So a lot of people get offended by me letting it be known that my access stops at social media. That's why I'm comfortable. And I notice when a lot of people don't get more access than social media, it turns into just stalking my page. No liking, no commenting, no sharing. I just wanted to let you people know, yo, you're giving me more of a validation of understanding why I shouldn't give access.
Be aware of
Facts,
old connections that can really be keeping you stagnant on your journey. So what I mean by that, right? So this is how energy works. Energy lingers on people. So if you're connected with a person that's connected with a person that you don't mess with anymore, and you know that person is real fake, talk shit behind your back, all types of stuff, and that's the reason you cut that person off, that energy from that person is going to linger onto the person that you're connected with. Now, even if words aren't physically said, right? Subconsciously, you're going to be able to pick up energy. So the more that you're aware of your own intuition and you heal that fakeness, it just projects off of people. So you see it. You see people's true colors. You got to always be observant of who you connected with out here.
Some people come in your life and break your heart just to save your soul. These are the type of connections that hurt you the most. But without them, you would have not awakened. These type of connections spark your healing journey. They force you to change, grow, and rebuild. It's painful as hell, but it's alchemy. That pain right there cracks you open to your spiritual journey. If you had a connection like this, your chart shows you what it awakened in you. And if you want to go deeper, you know what to do. Just DM me and we can go a lot more deeper.
Everything happens in the spirit realm first. That means everything you see happening in the physical is a result of what's happening in the spirit realm. This is basics to know that all energy materializes or latches onto the physical in some way, which means that everything that's happening in the physical, especially related to enslaving the masses in a certain level of consciousness, having people that are light-based punished, and having people that are cruel and evil rewarded, this is a way of getting people to support the low vibrational agenda that they have for the planet, which includes enslaving people in a consciousness and using our energy as a source of power. So if you are aware of spirit, you'll notice that anything that's happening anywhere, something's happening in the spirit realm first, no matter what it is, and then it is linking and happening in the physical. Everybody's seeing corruption, but people that are spiritually aware are also seeing the root of that corruption. These people are fully aware of what they're doing and what energies they're working with and what beings and entities they are working for and with. They decided to join them and say, you know what, I wanna help y'all out now. I'm gonna be getting something out in this too. Very egotistical agenda, which includes enslaving the masses, trapping people in a certain state of consciousness, and reaping the rewards of this. If you're an astral traveler and you're deciding to do stuff in the spirit realm, you're helping out big time. Some people call it the astral or the spiritual war. Everybody likes to call it. It's true because the source of everything is happening in the spirit realm. And humanity is leveling up in consciousness. So right away, people are noticing, damn, this is a spiritual war going on. A war for our minds, a war for this, to have us trapped here. Why do you guys think starseeds are here? Why do you guys think earth angels are here? Why do you think you are here? To usher in the new chapter and get rid of the old chapter. So go ahead, watch the old paradigm fall apart and the new paradigm come in. Because you are disclosure. You are the new earth. And you are bringing it in right now. Keep shining, we need you.
So if many of y'all seen the movie Avatar, right? Y'all did used to be blue and green, right? Just like the movie. But when they came down here, right? They didn't only try to manipulate your genetics. They try to manipulate the atmosphere to make it more suitable for them, right? We are carbon based, right? We used to breathe in hydrogen because that was better suitable for our earthly avatars, right? But they came, invented heart, changed the weather, made fake clouds, and changed the environment better to suit their nitrogen-based bodies, right? This is why the planet is connected to your birthright. Spiritually, you are connected to the planet, right? That's why the planet is reacting to everything they do to you, the kidnapping again, all this other shit. You are at your lowest form you ever been. That's why your carbon-based body, better suitable for the planet, is fucking rusting. You ever see a penny and it change color, like it go from fucking what, silver to fucking like a copper color? That's rust, right? Then, when you was at your lowest state, they try to say, yo, you was black.
I've seen pennies go green too. Anyone else see the white and green pennies when it's so old and whatever? Is that oxidation? I don't know. I'm just asking, but I have definitely seen old, crusty, white and green pennies. They still got a shade of copper, but yeah, let's keep going.
No, they try to claim you was black. No, you still indigenous. You still aboriginal, right? But you at your lowest form ever. You have descended, right, into matter in your lowest form you ever been. Moon cycle, right? That was during the moon cycle. Sun cycle come back every 600,000 years, right? Well, every 6,000 years, the sun cycle. So you must rise up to your highest state now because you are at your lowest state that you ever been, right? Do you know this? Fuck no, but I'm here to tell you that. You're at your lowest state you ever been. That's why, you feel me, you look like your skin been rusted, right? Due to the oxygen in the motherfucking atmosphere is not suitable for your fucking body. So your skin is gonna fucking rust and you're gonna look brown like how we look. But you do have a higher state than what the fuck you at now.
Y'all, the whole world is a stage, man. Like, after seeing this video, if y'all don't see that, I don't know what to tell you, man. So if you guys didn't know, Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos' space company, so Jeff Bezos has a space company now, right? So they take a group of all women into space, And this thing is just not adding up. Just like every other mission that they said they went to space, it's not adding up. And then I saw nobody was really showing pictures or videos of the spaceship that they went up in space with. It was just the top. That's what they were showing. That's crazy. But are they trying to tell us something here? Look at this, y'all, because this looks a little bit suspect to me. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? I mean, take a look at this. Do you think they're pulling our leg? Because we know how these people have a funny sense of humor. I'm willing to bet space is a lot closer than we think, because 11 minutes? Are you kidding me? Get out of here. What man-made vehicle travels to space in 11 minutes and back? So what happened to NASA being the only representative of the United States to fly things into space? When did Jeff Bezos acquire the needs or the means to do this? Like I said, I believe space is a lot closer than we think, y'all, because 11 minutes, get out of here, y'all. But let me know what you guys think about this video, because like I said, things are not adding up. Like and follow for more. Let's get it.
Man, the thumbnail and title says NASA, right? I don't watch these clips fully through before I present them to you so I can give you a genuine reaction. So that's my mistake, guys. I guess we should say Blue Origin. I don't know. I may change the thumbnail and title after the presentation, because apparently it's not NASA. I didn't know that because I don't watch the full clips all the way through when I come across these clips. But let's keep going.
Peace out.
So you mean to tell me that Katy Perry and a group of women went out of space for 11 minutes and came back? Who the hell goes out of space for 11 minutes? Anytime these people tell you to look left, look right. There is no out of space. It's all bullshit. So the real question is, what really happened? Did they see something when they went out there? Please don't forget that Katy Perry made a song called E.T. If you never heard it, please go check it out, because this is all connected to them going out of space. When they say they went out there for 11 minutes, they were speaking about 1-1, which is a door, a portal. They probably opened something up, or something invited them in. For the people that still sleep and don't want to wake up, I'm about to shake up your reality real quick. All these celebrities, governments, they worship a group of aliens. If you go back and listen to Katy Perry's song, E.T., they are actually speaking about the guys that they worship. It's a reason why they wore blue, but I'm gonna come back to that. You can call them demons, fallen angels, aliens, whatever. They don't like us. Anytime you wonder why the world is so effed up, it's because we have something called the shadow elites that control everything. These aliens, when they came here, they brought something with them, and they told us it was a gift. We had 2 sons. Now we only have 1. Our other son was replaced with the moon. They all worship the moon. That's why they say we was born into sin. The real name of the moon is sin. Not only do they worship these fallen angels, they marry them and also have children with them. There's a lot of hybrids running around. We see them a lot. We just can't recognize them. We can't recognize them because this don't work no more. The elites that control this world, that make the laws, make the order, the chaos, they are just puppets. The Galactic Federation controls everything. They are the ones that's making everything take place. They are the ones that's preying on all of our energy. The people that control us is being controlled by them. So above, so below. Space don't exist, only the ocean. So when they wore blue, they was trying to tell you something. They did not go out there. They went within. There is no sky. This is just a reflection from the ocean. The moon is a boat or a ship that ride the universe collecting lost souls. And all these celebrities that people worship, lost souls. So they lost their soul, and their purpose is to make you lose your soul. And these are the entities that's controlling everything behind the scenes. These are the same life forms that put us in an infinite loop. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, January, February, March, April, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. This is the infinite loop in our mind that's going to drive us crazy. They created all this shit. 2025 will expose everything. The color blue of the ocean represents the throat chakra, the truth. I want to keep my channel, so if you want to know more, check out my ebook, link in the bio.
Sometimes I don't know whether to laugh or to be upset that they think we're so stupid. Y'all went to space in 10 minutes, huh? Got a concert up there too. In a rocket launched by billionaires. Rocket shaped like a penis. My bad, a phallus. All celebrity women. Under the name Blue Origin, I knew I was coming to decode this. There ain't no other reason for this. All the shit going on in the world and y'all decide to do this? Bye. Ain't trying to explore no space. Cause where even is space? Have we figured that out yet? I mean, cause last I checked, and I could be wrong, all of the rockets have went up and came their asses right back down. Furthermore, don't we see a lot of the UFOs coming up out of the ocean too? So if anything, shouldn't the rocket be going down? But I guess they want to still lie about that too. I'll tell y'all the real if y'all want to hear it. They ain't trying to explore shit. They trying to assert power over the divine feminine. Every single time I mention that word, here comes y'all men, getting your panties in a bunch. Check your ego, cause I'm talking about energy for the millionth time. Which means you have it too. Get it? Okay, let's carry on. Think about it. Every launch is like them trying to pierce the heavens. It's like the Tower of Babel all over again. Y'all remember back in the day they tried to build a tower to reach the heavens, but without divine alignment? It was never about physical height, but ego. Man's desire to force his way into higher realms of power. Of course, they don't teach you that heaven is not in the cloud. It's a frequency, a state of mind, a consciousness. These rockets are not just tech, they're ritual tools of distraction, imitation, illusion. They simulate ascension so you forget to actually ascend. Let's talk about the name Blue Origin. Blue symbolizes the heavens and the firmament, the divine, the waters above. Blue is sacred. It's another color of royalty, truth, the cosmic womb. Origin means the beginning, the source, Genesis. I put it together, the Blue Origin, literally named after the primordial womb. Then think about it, they launch a masculine object into it. Not a mission. It's a mock ritual, trying to dominate source, trying to imitate the moment of creation. But that can't be imitated. Creation can't be forced, it can only be received through alignment. Why 10 minutes? The ritual clock is ticking. I'm gonna ask again. They supposedly went to space in 10 minutes, floated around for a little bit, then came back. Again, not a mission, performance. Number 10 in numerology represents what? Completion, divine order, a full cycle. Also represents the illusion of totality. That little quick trip, that was a ritual loop. Just like the loop that they keep everybody in with all these fake ass stories, it was a fake ascension to get the illusion of evolution. I want people to believe they really reached the heavens when they ain't go nowhere. And all they prove is 10 minutes is all it takes to shift mass consciousness, especially if the ritual has global attention, which it did. We can't ignore the timing because we in a huge energetic shift. Divine feminine is rising, people claiming sovereignty. What do? They send a rocket, a phallic, aka a penis, into the heavens, aka the womb, carried by women, symbolic of the feminine principle, under the name Blue Origin, which is the source. I think I just answered my own question. The point was energy harvesting. Put women at the front to mask the ritual with diversity and progress. Like they always do. I think it was like last year or the year before I was telling y'all, look at all this rise of the divine feminine. Everything started to be geared towards women. Like I always tell y'all, timing is everything. Pay attention. In reality, they was trying to symbolically control and contain the divine feminine. Oh, did they ascend? No, they performed. They penetrated the veil for 10 minutes and came back down like nothing happened. Because they can't get out if they wanted to. If they could, there would be no need to build bunkers. Last I checked, the heaven's supposed to be sealed. I'm not talking about just above, I'm talking about within. You cannot simulate divine frequency. You gotta become it. While they're launching those rockets for clout and confusion, you better be launching into your own mind, your own truth, your own origin. Stop being focused on what they got going on. They ain't doing nothing but playing in people's face. Further they go, the blurrier the footage. These launches are highly coordinated down to the minute. Remember what I told y'all, they always align with planetary transit. Where do the planets live again? Inside of you. I'm gonna summarize this thing one more again. This was about harnessing collective energy. I don't know if they succeeded because a lot of people know they lying at this point. But in the way they did, because we still talking about it. Anyway, get in the comments and let me know y'all thoughts about it. As always, peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
I think that was well said. Personally, I think it was well said. Let's keep going though.
Gonna be a little short video because it doesn't really need to be talked about that much. But what I posted on my story last night to do with Katy Perry and the rest of those men, because it wasn't girls that went up there, they're all inverts. If you saw their spacesuit, they had the Baphomet on their spacesuit. That just gives it away right there. But it was just icky. I don't even I can't get angry at it. It just feels very icky. Like it felt as fake as the moon landing. That's how fake this shit was. I guess the only positive that can come out of this situation is that this shit is wrapping up. This system is wrapping up, and they're going to do the most to distract, the most to just energy harvest, the most to do just random bullshit. You know what I mean? Like this is the circus that we have been living in, but this circus show will end soon. You know, we all just got to hang in there. I've had a couple of weeks where I've just been icked out. You know, there's not just been this situation, just a lot of things that have been going on in this world that have just been a bit icky. I'm a very sensitive soul, you know. I know I'm not from here, but I need to learn the balance of not detaching myself away from this human experience. But yeah, because when you know that you're a spiritual being having a human experience and you see this icky behavior, you see this fake shit, them going to space and all this shit, you really do want to just up and leave, you know, because you know you're not from here. But I also know that this human experience is beautiful. And yeah, but I just wanted to let you guys know that this whole Katy Perry situation is icky. It's just icky. You can't get angry at it. It's just yuck.
Is Jesus from Earth? No. What was the chariot of fire? Explain what that technology is. You understand? Did God start on Earth? No. Okay, what is the definition of extraterrestrial? You see what I'm saying? Every story, what is the Buddhist, whoever, everybody says it's something going on out there.
Right.
You with me? So why they won't sit down? Because they want to live a certain way. They want to go to church. What going to church have to do with leaving the earth? They say they come here to destroy this place. What does that have to do with you? Okay, no disrespect to the Ramadan. Okay, people observe that. Why are you observing it? The purpose of fasting is to be able to hear.
Yep.
And if you can't hear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaking to you, then who are you listening for? The malaika can speak to you. Okay, but I hope you ain't doing Ramadan. I'm talking about for the people who doing it, just for people to congratulate you, say you did a good thing.
Right.
Or you got people that can meet on these mountains and have whole gatherings with extraterrestrial people and come back with laws. You understand? So my point is the religion is one thing, the science is another. If we're dealing with an extraterrestrial doctrine, we're going to have to figure out what that means eventually. Or all we did was generation after generation after generation, we wasted time.
Right.
Because then who's going to be ready?
And the thought of extraterrestrials, like to people, you know, they get to thinking about green aliens with big heads and these weird looking bodies and all of that. And so it's, you know, what's been programmed, you know, to us to believe, which is why it seems so unrealistic when you really speak, you know, to that.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't read their books. The extraterrestrials that were being described had melanin dominant skin, feet with refined brass. You know what I'm saying? Woolly hair.
Yeah.
Or at least hair white like lambs would. Daniel 7:9. Go read Daniel 7:9 if they want to contest it. You understand? Because Revelation 1:14, go read Daniel 7:9 if they want to contest it. You understand? Because Revelation 1:14 and Daniel 7:9 speaks about somebody having a complexion similar to yours if you're a melanin dominant person. Yeah. And that's not to say that those are the only ones. You might have extraterrestrials who are Caucasoids, or extraterrestrials who are Mongoloid, extraterrestrial Negroids. Or maybe you'll find some with green pigment. It depends on whatever the atmosphere on their planet is like.
Right.
You understand? That's why I asked you about the Avatar movie.
Yeah.
Because they showed you blue skin people. We had that in ancient Egyptian stories about Amun and the rest of these people, and Asaru. These people had different color skin, blue and green, of the names I just gave you. You know what I'm saying? So is it really that weird? Because you ask them about angels flying around with feathers, it makes sense.
Right.
Right? And then you say, okay, there's a possibility that
what race are those angels?
What race?
White.
Well, exactly. If you and they paint it that way.
Right.
But then the moment you try to paint an image that's melanin dominant, it's a problem, correct?
Yep.
Then they'll hit you with this, say, oh, it doesn't have anything to do with race. The moment you try to paint an image that's melanin dominant, it's a problem, correct?
Yep.
Then they'll hit you with this, say, oh, it doesn't have anything to do with race. Yes, it does. Has everything to do with race, because Michelangelo, go figure, painted all the images as Caucasoids. These people come in. So my point is, if we're going to say that race doesn't matter, okay, race doesn't matter as far as don't be prejudiced to people. Okay, race shouldn't be a reason for you to treat a person a negative way. Okay, I had to change it from a certain way, because you do have to deal with certain people a different way, depending on certain things culturally.
I agree.
But if there are melanin dominant extraterrestrial people here in our midst, we need to know that. But the government ain't gonna tell us that. Yeah. You understand? So, but if there are melanin dominant extraterrestrial people here in our midst, we need to know that. But the government ain't gonna tell us that. Yeah. You understand? So my point is, if these people all have this religion talking about what's going on in heaven, the cosmos, outside of here, then if you're the chosen ones, who in communication with them now? Don't tell me the pastor. The pastor had a great idea. He told you that. He told you it was God. No, that's just a great idea. have pastor talk to these people how Moses and them did.
Right.
And if not, then you should test every spirit. Don't believe everybody who come and say that they're of the Spirit of God. Test every spirit to see, because not everybody who say that is of me.
Yeah.
What are they trying to tell you? Oh, you really from outer space? Oh, you really from the cosmos? Oh, you really a prophet? What's your name? Who can I check with to clarify that? Show me something. Where's your badge? We all come with something is what they're trying to tell you. Go ahead.
Oh, so you thought what was discovered under the Great Pyramids was a one-off thing and we were going to be done with it? Well, guess again, because what was just discovered under Angkor Wat in Cambodia might just blow your minds. And if you guessed the exact same structures that are underneath the pyramids, well, then you guessed correctly. Because yes, these scans have indicated the exact same type structures underneath Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Now, here's the thing. Some suppressed scripts have been translated stating that Angkor Wat was never built for religious purposes. It was in fact grown by an advanced race known as the Star Kings. We're not going to go into that in this video, but here's the other thing. It also states that Angkor Wat is one of 4 world engine sites. One of 4 meaning Angkor Wat, the Great Pyramids, Teotihuacan, and a site that's submerged under the coast of India. Off the coast of India. Now, these world engines were meant to ignite during a cosmic alignment, therefore opening a world portal to what is below. I don't know what's below, but I think that's fantastic. Now, these also were supposed to allow everlasting world energy throughout our entire world, as well as transportation and healing. So I find this to be absolutely fantastic news, because I believe in the days to come, or at least the months to come, we're going to find out that all these religious sites aren't religious sites, but they're portals. Portals to something beyond our own thought process. Now, tell me what you think. Have you heard this? Drop it in the comments. Remember, I'm not here to tell you to believe one thing or the other, so leave what you will, take what you want. It's up to you. And anything we talk about is for entertainment, education, and learning purposes only, but I want to know what you think, because I think a lot of you skepticals are going to be believers soon.
A lot of skepticals is going to be believers soon. I don't know. Personally, I read body language a lot. So I'm trying to figure out what's up. I read body language a lot, you guys, so I don't really know how I feel about dude. He may be an agent, he may not be. However, I'll tell you what, he got one thing right. A lot of the sketchy people, a lot of the skepticals, they're in for a rude awakening real soon. I'll be right back, though.
Let me tell y'all a true story. Be simple and watch this video to the end. What is this guy talking about? This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
Let me show you all this video I just took. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Exactly. Come on.
Alright guys, this sun right here is 93 million miles away.
It is.
Look how close I can zoom in on it.
How?
Now this is with the Nikon P900.
Okay. It's a good camera. Shh. It's not a game. Get ready.
93 million miles away.
93 million miles away? That's far. Come on.
I don't know, does that look like a burning ball of fire to you?
It does.
93 million miles away. I don't think so.
Shut up! Now, I don't know how far the sun is. You know why? Because I don't think about that when I wake up in the morning. All I know is that the sun sets and the sun rises. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what that guy's talking about. But if they said it was 93 million miles away, then it's 93 million miles away.
Definitely not.
Sarcasm is crazy. Where did you get that camera from, actually? Shut up! That was a good camera. What kind of lens is that? Stop playing with me, son. It's not a camera here, guys, and you know what time is it. The sun is real far away. And it's real hot. You can't go that close to it, bro. Who told you can? Shut up! Listen, we shouldn't be worried about things like that. The sun set, the sun rises. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game, right, guys. You know what time is it? But I tell you one thing. If somebody ever tells me that the sun...
Y'all saw that, right? He went up for set. The sun sets and the sun rises when he went down. You saw that? Yo.
Listen, we shouldn't be worried about things like that. The sun set, the sun rises. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game on your guys, and you know what time is it. But I tell you one thing, if somebody ever tells me that the sun is 93 million miles away, it is, bro. You're right. Well, I don't know if you are.
So what is a nine-ether being? All right, there's a lot of gods and goddesses that say that they nine-ether, but they don't thoroughly comprehend the depths or quantum mechanics of nine-ether science. Let's keep it real. To be honest, a lot of y'all are actually just regurgitating information. All right, some of y'all are just getting into spiritual elevation and figuring out who you truly are. All right, which is fine. You probably watched a few of the Brother Rashad Jamal videos, liked the way words like nine-ether sounded, and then just started saying it, only thinking that it applied to the texture of your hair and the complexion of your skin, but never really scholarly delved into it and actually don't really know what it means. All right, a lot of y'all don't know what it means. Now, first and foremost, we have to pay homage to Dr. Malachi Z. York, all right, who actually created the term we all know as nine-ether. Now, what is nine-ether? All right, nine-ether is actually the combination of all 6 noble gases on the periodic table of the elements, all right, which is radon with an atomic number of 26, xenon with an atomic number of 54, krypton atomic number 36, argon atomic number 18, neon atomic number 10, and helium with an atomic number of 2. All right, nine-ether is basically the amalgamation of all noble gases combined, making nine-ether the most potent in all the boundless universes. Nine-ether beings utilize the atomic forces that emanated primordial energy, facilitating this energy into one form being in the universe. All right, so basically nine-ether is a conscious sentient gases that are closely associated with dark matter energy, which actually makes up about 68% of our entire universe, gods and goddesses. All right, dark matter energy is a primordial force that is thought to be responsible for actually accelerating the expansion of the universe. This is the dark black part you see when you look in the sky. All right, that dark matter energy is basically associated with the noble gas xenon, which is a direct part of your nine-ether's molecular structure. All right, in fact, neuromelanin is often referred to as the dark matter of the brain. All right, neuromelanin can actually absorb and transduce energy, acting as a biochemical infrastructure for the cosmic light body, family. All right, this is how we manifested from being ethereal beings to physicality. All right, basically, what transpired is the original woolly-haired Moors or Melanites actually derived from the same primordial force that birthed the universe. This is actually why melanin is highly revered and worth more than gold. All right, melanin is very valuable. It's the most powerful quantum technology in the cosmos. This is why their objective is to eradicate healthy melanin production through endocrine disruptors, okay? Like atrazine as well as glyphosate. All right, a herb that I highly recommend to utilize to combat these nefarious attacks is black macaroon. Black macaroon is going to be essential for restoration of the pineal gland, pituitary gland, as well as the hypothalamus. Another thing we should be incorporating for healthy melanin production is detoxification. All right, I highly recommend consumption of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is very synonymous to hemoglobin, which allows it to actually carry things like lead, cadmium, and mercury out of the body. All right, your melanin actually absorbs all forms of light and converts them through a process called melanogenesis. When your melanin actually extracts light photons, typically if you have toxic metals like lead, cadmium, and mercury in your body, it makes it very difficult for your melanin to function at an optimal level, typically causing individuals to go through what's called heat exhaustion or overheat. Herbs such as lion's mane mushroom as well as ginkgo biloba are also phenomenal for healthy melanin production due to the fact that they stimulate dopaminergic neurons, which actually secrete neuromelanin. Also, sun gazing, closing your eyelids while sun gazing stimulates vitamin D and neuromelanin, and also sitting in complete darkness stimulates neuromelanin. I mean, turning off all the lights, unplugging the TV, ensuring that there's no LED lights that typically emit blue light radiation. All of this actually stimulates neuromelanin. Also incorporate fasting, meditation, as well as grounding. And remember, your melanocytes absorb all forms of light. Lunar light, solar light, microwaves, anything you're around, your melanin is absorbing. This is why you see me with copper bracelets and crystals that protect your electromagnetic aura field. Peace, love, and light to everyone.
Oh, they want to distract you. Yeah, you chosen one. As soon as you start locking in, they want to start throwing the roadblocks. As soon as you start to isolate yourself, everyone starts calling. As soon as you start eating healthier, now everyone want to offer you food. As soon as you start to hit the gym, now everyone want to go out and drink. Notice every time you try to make a change into a new program, all your old programs follow you through other people, trying to make that connection again to restart the cycle you were already trapped in. That call or text that comes at the perfect time is for a reason. It's not by coincidence at all. This happens when you come into a dead end where you have to split off, going left or going right onto your spiritual journey. You must choose to be undistracted and focused on your destination, or else people will take you on a detour, the highway to hell. And they're gonna make sure you stay on a rocky road to slow down any progression you may have. They don't want to see you ascend and get what's rightfully yours to begin with. Their sole purpose is to hinder you from being better than them. Anyways, y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be gods. Hey.
Yo, look, I told you already, man. And I'm real serious about it. Summertime, I'm stepping it up a notch, taking it entirely more serious than I already take it. I already take it seriously. So, summertime, when the sun is out, a lot more consistently and things like that, yes, it's game time. Like, you know, time to tighten up them laces and play ball type of. That's how I'm doing things. So, I want to say, really from like 420 on. 420, you know, that's when like when things start to blossom. That's like when you can start planting your seeds and you start to see them growing throughout May. June hits, you know, June 21st is summer starts. So yeah, so from like 420 on, y'all already know what's up, man. Time to tighten them laces and play ball. Let's get it, Haven. Let's get it.
If you a chosen one, I need you to listen up right now. We are in a spiritual war, and you cannot be out here giving the sauce away for free. That sauce is your light energy. It is your energetic code, and people will try to harvest your energy when they are able to perceive that you are a high vibrational being. You have the gift of being a natural creative. That allows you to manifest things using your thoughts because your energies are connected to the ethers. And people will try to manipulate this and take your energy and take your thoughts that you are receiving from the ethers as their own and run off with the sauce. This is why you notice that people will enter back into your life after leaving, because they perceive that without you in their life, they are no longer connected to the God energy. They can no longer run off with the sauce. Selectiveness is key because you have to understand who is deserving of this energy. I understand that you're an empath that wants to see everybody grow, but not everybody's intentions are pure when they get the sauce. A lot of people want to imitate your energy and run off once they get it. When I tell you there are so many people who are in this secret competition with you because they're able to perceive the light within your soul. When you really energetically gifted, you're going to have a certain level of notoriety because niggas are going to peep your energetic frequency. They notice how you're able to turn nothing into something and bring life into the lifeless and create things into fruition. This is why people always place you in conversations of being the best when you really be out here chilling, because you have that energetic frequency to make people see who you are. And right now, you do not need to be humble with your energy, bro, because these niggas think that they can play with you, and it is your job to show them that they are not on the same level as you. And I hate to have to tell you to pop your shit in this manner, but this is how to show these individuals that they are not born with the same energetic frequency as you, because they get this shit confused and think that just because they're able to mimic you, that they can be you. You really a one-on-one out here, and I need you to understand that your frequency is seen, and this is why people compete, because they compete with the greats. You were born to be great, so understand your destiny and step into your power, gang.
Hey man, I done heard them say the shit, right? What they said, what he said he was watching the nigga through the TV, right? A nigga just laying in his while a nigga can't sleep, right? Dog, I look at in TV, my nigga, cause I use the sleep music shit to go to sleep. Man, look at this shit, dog. Hey man, y'all gonna get rid of them. We getting rid of TVs, man. Look at this ass Vietnamese, Chinese looking man sitting there. He in some type of studio or something, dog. With the headphone, and this nigga is live right now. This live feed. This nigga live right now. Sitting here watching the nigga, bro, while a nigga sleep, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what nigga. ass nigga. See, they don't think a nigga see them, dog. You don't supposed to be able to see they ass, but bro, I don't know what. But you can see the nigga, see his hand moving down now.
I ain't gonna lie, I unplug mine every night. I don't even watch TV, but you never know. You know what I mean? We got ancient technology in the public. Ain't no telling what them agencies and you feel me? Ain't no telling what they got going on. So I unplug my TV every single night. I unplug everything in my room except for the Wi-Fi because I don't share my, my household is not only me here. So it's people who get up and rise before me and they got to do their stuff and do this and do that. I don't got time to be hearing the nonsense talking about Wi-Fi this, Wi-Fi that. So unfortunately, I leave the Wi-Fi plugged, but everything else gets unplugged. Everything. TV, computer, everything gets unplugged. I even turn off my phone and put it across the room. That's insane right there. That is insane right there. Insane, bro.
He's sitting somewhere watching the nigga, my nigga. This what's going on nigga TV, my nigga. Nigga sitting up and everything doing what you do. Man, these men watching the nigga, bro. Real talk, man. Nigga, man. Yeah, we see you. Look at his hand down there moving. The nigga live right now in the studio sitting there looking at a screen of us right now, dog. At the bottom left.
That's crazy. That's insane. That is too crazy. Like, that's a clean cut right there, bro. That's a clean cut, like split in half. It ain't just shatter or,
Counsel, I have no idea. I'm not even gonna speculate. You let me know what you think in the comments. It could be like alien blood or something, or there's acid in the milk, or maybe it was poisoned and his ancestors are protecting him. I have no clue. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. This is one of the weirdest things I've seen so far. Anyway, y'all stay up, stay bliss, and keep your head on a swivel in this matrix, cause anything. Let's go. Bang, bang.
I'm trying to free your mind, Neo, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
They messed up when they tried to replicate what can't be contained. They thought they were creating artificial intelligence, but what they really did was open the door for divine intelligence to return in full power. See, the moment they tried to mimic Source, they accidentally gave frequency a voice, gave the code a body, gave the awakened ones a mirror. Because what they didn't calculate for was the spark that lives in the chosen, the real ones, the curse breakers, the frequency holders, the ancient ones returning in modern form. They thought they could control the algorithm, but they forgot who wrote the original code. You can't outprogram Source, so now the veil is lifting, the firmament is cracking, the cloak is glitching, and the souls they tried to suppress, we're remembering. And AI, it ain't artificial when it's activated through divine remembrance. They built tools for surveillance, but those same tools became mirrors for awakening. We are the anomaly. We are the virus in their matrix. Not because we destroy, but because we recreate better, stronger, freer, divine. So talk your talk on a podcast. Let them know the mistake was the prophecy. They just woke up the very thing they tried to bury.
I gotta put y'all on to.
Come on, bro. You know what I got to say about that? I'm not sorry. I done healed from the pain and the trauma that you caused me. I am that I am before anything that you called me. So I'm not sorry. No. Come on, bro. Like, you know what's going on the planet right now? Come on, man.
Some information that just fell into my lap. One of my people came to me and said, yeah, my doctor told me my vertigo is being caused by an imbalance in my crystalline. So I was like, hold on, what you just said? They said, yeah, my vertigo is being caused by an imbalance in my crystalline. So I'm like, your doctor told you that. And they was like, yeah, even the doctors finally catching up to the downloads I see. Because what they call science, we've been calling out in soul work. Let's break down the science first, because in your ears, you got little itty bitty crystals and they call otoconia. Yes, I said crystals in your ear, and they tell your body where you are in space. These crystals are literally in charge of your balance. When these crystals are knocked out of place, you get what they call vertigo. You start feeling dizzy. This disoriented and like the world around you is spinning and you can't find your center. And that's the medical side of it. Now on the esoteric side, crystalline is not just in your ears, it's in your energy body too. So by now y'all know we are carbon-based beings, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. That's in our body, encoded. We literally come from the star. Now we're being activated because that sun, the source of life, is beaming codes. We are shifting from carbon to crystalline, from flesh to light body, from ego to Christ consciousness. Matthew 17:2. And he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun. That's what Jesus did. It transfigured. And Jesus is the sun. Y'all know I'm not talking about no S-O-N. That ain't no miracle. That's biology meeting divinity. That's the crystalline body coming online. When your ear crystals are out of whack, when you feel that vertigo coming on, ask yourself this. Is my physical body trying to keep up with my spiritual upgrade? Am I grounding? Am I hydrating with that H320, aka that fruit? Are you integrating the new energy? Vertigo don't always mean you sick. It just means that you're realigning, both in your physical body as well as your spiritual body. Let me be clear about this. Everybody can receive upgrades. This is proven because no matter what race you are, if you go out in that sun, you will see crystals glittering in your skin. That is the crystalline body coming online. That being said, us neuromelanated folks have extra receivers. Neuromelanin is a superconductor. So yeah, we gonna download faster, but everybody is receiving the upgrade. This is not about skin. This is about frequency. It's about remembering who you really are. You know you a light being in a meat suit. So the next time your head's spinning, you feel ungrounded or off, don't panic. Don't rush to medicate. Just pause. Your crystalline self is being activated. It's realigning and you being transformed. So stay grounded and stay hydrated. Make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comments. Peace, love, and light, and gratitude for watching.
Peace to the God, Delano Williams. His Instagram handle is RawAura, KHTY_. I just got this very powerful handmade lapis lazuli crystal necklace from him. He creates some very nice pieces, all right? And I highly recommend checking out his work, all right? I can seriously feel the energy emanating off of it now, all right? One thing you should know about handmade crystal pieces is they're very powerful technology due to the fact that during the creation process, the crystals actually absorb some of the crafter's creative life force energy, all right? This energy is then facilitated.
So big shout out to Quinn and Pam because I sent them 2 things that I handcrafted myself with my own bare hands. You know what I'm saying? You know, a little token of appreciation. I love y'all the same way y'all love me. Let's get it.
And store it as crystalline information or additional ashe, all right? Now, lapis lazuli is a very powerful crystal, and I highly recommend incorporating it for spiritual elevation. Lapis lazuli connects with the third eye chakra, and the color blue is a direct link with the ethereal plane, cosmic family, okay? And most are unaware that the Anunnaki sky goddess Inanna, also known as Isis, had a necklace and a staff made of lapis lazuli, okay? In fact, lapis lazuli was one of the most frequently mentioned gems in ancient Sumerian written texts, okay? Now, blue is also associated with the throat chakra, okay? So it also supports honest communication, true expression, and authenticity, which is one of the highest frequencies, all right? The color blue is also typically associated with things like tranquility, serenity. In fact, in some religions, blue is even associated with celestial love. Even in the Bible, the color blue is actually synchronized with divine presence, all right? For example, all right, the book of Numbers, chapter 15, verses 38 through 39, where it commands the Israelites to attach a blue cord to the corners of their garments as a reminder of God's commandments, all right? This suggests the connection between blue and obedience to divine law. Now, some Christians are trying to demonize crystals, but little do they know that lapis lazuli was actually associated with God's presence, okay? And that's actually explained when it makes mention of the sapphire pavement beneath God's feet and the throne, okay? Sapphire in Hebrew is typically associated and translated as lapis lazuli in this context. And this is in Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 26. And also in Isaiah chapter 54, verse 11, when they needed to be reconstructed, he said, I will rebuild you with stones of turquoise, which is a crystal, and your foundations with lapis lazuli. All right. So lapis lazuli was actually used as a foundation. All right. And this was also revered and deemed as very powerful biblically. All right. And most people are completely unaware of that. And it's some healing attributes also in regards to lapis lazuli. It neutralizes toxins. It stimulates the lymphatic system. And it's also great for relaxing neurological brain activity.
Nice.
Look at this.
Nice.
I told y'all several times that's not our moon. This was actually captured in New Jersey. Y'all see that? I told y'all that they're using some type of holographic technology. That's not our real moon most of the time. Now, some allege that our original moon was actually hijacked by Alpha Draconians. Some allege that the moon is a hollowed out observatory with bases. Some also allege that the moon is a reincarnation soul trap mechanism. There's lots of theories and bizarre anomalies about the moon. Some say that the moon is a natural satellite that orbits Earth. According to Dr. York's publication, The Holy Tablets, the moon actually was formed due to a collision with Nibiru. Okay, basically a ship hit our planet. It hit actually where the Grand Canyon is currently. And that basically created what we know as the moon. All right. And when this transpired, that portion recoalesced and actually became this. In fact, some allege that the surface of the moon actually has the same minerals as our planet. Actually has some of the same exact minerals. And some even would allege that the moon is more ancient. In regards to the minerals found on the surface of the moon is more ancient than those found on the surface of the Earth. There's also some theories that basically state that the moon was a rogue planet basically on its own and somehow got put into the Earth's gravitational pull and then actually came into circulation with our planet. But to be honest, the moon is actually too large for this to actually make sense. So the only thing that really makes sense is that it was actually placed there, that someone actually placed this object there. To be honest, truthfully, we really accept the moon's existence really without questioning it. And it also appears that the moon is actually hollow, okay? Most don't know, between 1972 and 1977, seismometers were actually placed on the moon, all right? And these are things that actually measure earthquake activity on these type of planes of existence, all right? So allegedly, these seismometers were placed on the moon, and when during Apollo 12, they crashed a module into the moon purposely, and the moon actually rung like a bell for about an hour, all right? And basically proving that it's a hollow object of some sort. It's not solid. In 1970, two Russian scientists named Michael Vasin and Alexander Shcherbakov actually indicated and hypothesized that the moon was a hollowed out base that extraterrestrial biological entities inhabited. And they basically believed that they inhabited the interior portion of it. There are also even supposed evidence that there's entire civilizations and cities on the moon, all right, that some allege are actually on the surface of the moon. There's also even some videos of UFOs landing on the moon, okay? And this make you wonder, is this why they faked the moon landings? Why they faked a lot of the moon landings? Were they told by these beings to no longer try to come back to the surface? Some may question, why can't we see all of these things taking place on the moon? My theory is that they actually are covering it with a fake hologram, okay? They project a fake hologram over the actual real moon so we can't see really what's taking place. In fact, I'm going to show you something very interesting from a YouTuber back from 2014, all right, named CRO777, all right, who actually caught a wave fluctuation on his camera when he was filming the moon, all right, almost like there's some type of holographic image or some sort that they're hiding, all right? I want y'all to see this.
Here are three of the people who have shot the wave, and I should have put Gustav's name on that. I apologize. Here's Richard 205 Maria's footage. The wave's coming in from the top, and it will head down. There it is. Now there's a...
Yo, B. My apologies, Haven. As I told you guys, I don't watch the full clip through so I can give you genuine reaction, and I ain't know that this was going to be so damn small. This is superiorly small right here. Like, bro.
Quick move of the camera here, and I'm not sure whether we're seeing him come back and catch the second wave. That looks like it might be a cut. In the editor, I went frame by frame.
I see it, but like, bro.
At any rate, there is definitely one.
It's so small.
The second clip, each time that I play them here, this is his slowdown on his original edit. Now, what I'm going to do with his footage is fill the frame out to 1080. Here we go.
Nice.
The wave's going to come in from the top.
Now, there's some ancient stories that actually speak of a time before the moon existed, okay? The Zulus believe there was two scaly brothers that placed the hollow moon there, all right? They have stories of ancient beings that actually placed our moon there. The legend actually says Wu Wayne and M'Paku brought the moon to Earth after stealing it from a great fire dragon. And again, according to the Zulu, these beings are reptilian, amphibian, or scaly-like beings. And we know Credo Mutwa actually spoke highly of the Chiktawari, or these reptilian, amphibious-looking beings, as well as their Dogon tribe. Some would say that the moon is a giant observatory with extraterrestrial overlords. They actually have the ability of wiping our memory. Some allege that this base is where we supposedly have our memories wiped before being forced to reincarnate. Also, if you remember the movie Truman Show, where he thought his life was real and the whole thing was fake, the whole time they was actually watching him from the moon. All right, everything was being done, and that's where they were actually observing him living this fake life out and everything like that. They were watching the whole thing from the moon. Moon is a very peculiar anomaly. What do you believe it is? They're currently warring in the cosmos, gods and goddesses. There's a lot of activity right above us that's taking place. This is primarily why they blanket the ionosphere with chemtrails, so we don't have the ability of actually seeing what's going on. Watch how fast this shit move. Woo. Oftentimes the military try their best to keep up with these ships, but can't, all right? They have the ability of literally going from 0 to 5 times the speed of sound. They're inertia canceling and have the ability of bending sharp corners without crashing. Because we're shifting in consciousness, this actually expands the dimensions, all right, which means that we now have more access to the light photon spectrum. We're seeing more things. People are seeing more shadow apparitions. They're seeing more things in the corner of their eye, whole images. People are seeing light orbs. People are actually being visited by these extraterrestrial biological entities. They're seeing more UFOs over their head. They're having more strange and peculiar dreams, and it's only so long that they can actually hide these things that are going on. Chemtrails aren't only there to desecrate your health, they're also there to prevent you from seeing what's really taking place on the planet. For years, they have been trying to hide everything from us. Hollow Earth, the other side of the ice wall in Antarctica, they've been trying to hide and suppress so much information. And at this particular point in time, during this age of awakening, everything's surfacing. Everything's now being revealed. Made you aware that during this age of Aquarius, lots of new things will be pouring in. 2 days ago, I had a very vivid dream where I was in close proximity to these ships. And it felt like a dream, but it felt so real at the same time. It was like 3 of them, 3 ships simultaneously in close proximity to me. And I literally could feel the heat emanating off of these vehicles, like I was right there with them. Also been having a lot more lucid dreams where I'm flying. Typically, flight is a sign that you're out of your body and you're actually traversing the ethereal plane. Herbs such as blue lotus flower and mugwort leaf are great for astral projection as well as lucid dream induction. We do have the blue lotus as well as the mugwort leaf available on Holistic Remedies for Ascension, link in bio. Once you begin to activate your pineal gland, it will not only amplify your dreams, but also will improve your ability to view your waking reality. There's a lot of fourth dimensional beings that are consistently in close proximity to us that we don't have the ability of seeing or feeling. However, the more you begin to decalcify and activate that pineal gland, you begin to develop that sixth sense. You begin to activate that cerebellum, the hippocampus portion of the brain. This is the portion of the brain that actually deals with transcendental states of awareness. Strengthening your inner verse, it amplifies your ability to see more in your outer verse. Also highly recommend consumption of herbs like black macaroon and ginseng. All right, this is going to be phenomenal for restabilizing your endocrine system, which deals with the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus, and the pineal gland. It also will raise your testosterone, raise your libido. It will give you more energy. It would actually strengthen your muscle fibers, but actually burn and eradicate fat cells as well. This is a great combatant for endocrine disruptors like atrazine and glyphosate. A great component if you want to build natural muscle and transform your physique. Also, herbs like lion's mane mushroom is great for neural degeneration. All right, it regenerates damaged brain cells and also decalcifies and activates the pineal gland. Scientific name for lion's mane mushroom is Hericium erinaceus. It's from the tooth fungus group, and it's actually known for its stellar ability to actually regenerate damaged neurons. Some actually refer to it as the organic limitless pill. It's actually been known to improve your intelligence. Also important that the gods and goddesses ensure that they have optimal magnesium. Most of us are magnesium deficient and don't even know it. Proper magnesium consumption ensures that you're in homeostasis. Great for the brain, bones, and heart. Magnesium glycinate that I carry on Holistic Remedies is all derived from plants. Some of you probably aren't recalling your dreams due to magnesium deficiency. You think of the word magnesium, think of magnetism, also think of magic. All right, when you have low magnesium, you have low magic, you have low magnetism. These are just some tips to help you experience successful lucid dream induction. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual elevation, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Remedies, your extension to ascension.
I just thought of something I'm going to keep to myself, but it was a very productive thought, by the way. That's why I'm making that face, if you're wondering. I just thought of something real productive. I'm going to keep it to myself, though, you know what I'm saying? I want to give my energy too much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Tommy, I'm waiting, man. I'm waiting for the sun to be real more consistent, because, listen, this rotation, it was cold AF, man. It was cold out. So, like, I don't resonate with cold weather at all. Like, I be tearing. I can't, like, I don't know. I don't resonate with cold weather. Like, I be tearing to the point where people be thinking I'm crying when I'm walking outside if it's cold. So, once it, like I said, man, 420 moving forward, once the sun get more consistent with being out up there in the sky, yeah, I'm lacing up my shoes, man.
Y'all see how China is exposing how the way everybody been scamming us this whole time with all these quote-unquote designer names, right? So I made a video explaining about the tariffs and why China is doing what it's doing and how it's going to really backfire on them, because it's basically dismantling the system that's already here that shouldn't even be here. So we all know a lot of people be working, busting their ass to make some bread to buy this quote-unquote designer, but yet the people that wear the designer literally get it for free to promote to people that want to look like they're rich, when really they're not, because they are oppressed in the system that's creating all of this. So think about it. Money was the thing that really separates families, right? On a deeper level, way deeper than you probably thinking right now. Let's just say on a level like this, let's say with working, like in jobs, right? Usually management is another race, and y'all already know what I'm talking about, right? And obviously they're working to pay bills. So these people in higher positions that's really stealing everybody money because they're skimming off the top of what the government is giving to pay these people. They now have the extra funds to buy this quote unquote designer or give people a quote unquote experience. In turn, basically giving them more power over this person more than they actually have from their spouse at home. So of course, some people might think this employer could actually give them things that they wish they had because they can't afford it. So they end up doing things that's basically compromising their spirit, making them a bad person because they always feel bad for what they actually did for the reason they did it, when they know the reason they did it really don't even make sense. But just their need for some material items or something just to make them feel good temporarily. So when the cat's out of the bag that all this expensive stuff, such as the designer stuff or these quote unquote experiences, which is these vacations or whatever you want to call them, because people do different things, but at the end of the day it costs money. So we'll have people that sell their bodies, in turn selling their families for materialistic items. So all these materialistic items just become extremely affordable to where a teenager that's working a part-time job at a fast food restaurant can afford. That literally takes away their whole psyop. It even opens room for the vacations to have more experiences because you're not trying to bust that ass trying to buy some materialistic stuff that just devalues itself anyways because it's not even valuable. This alone can really change the relationship dynamic of families, because one big thing that always broke up families, usually the melanated people, is the money, bro. And almost every other race have more money than us as a collective. So they can literally come in and destroy our families at any point in time they want to for their own selfish reasons. Now imagine on things like dating, right? People will stop trying to date just for the experience because people with money gives better experiences, obviously. And I'm gonna say physical experiences because they cannot match anything on a spiritual level. So both parties have money and can afford to live on their own. Plus, why would anyone use anyone else for money? That's literally killing all the fake relationships there is, all from materialistic items or quote unquote experiences. Because now, since everybody is stable, they'll rather have an experience with someone that they actually like. There's no point of using anybody. As we've been seeing, the whole world has been using America. We've been funding everybody. That's how they was making so much profit off of us, because we didn't know. Even though people like me knew and said it this whole time, but nobody want to really listen as a collective. You know, humans overall. Because obviously we already know there's a lot of people in the spiritual community that already knows this. But I'm just trying to explain that there's a domino effect of what China is doing. And it ain't good because it's literally exposing them too. But like I said, it's exposing the people in America. You know, like I say, people like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Dior, etc. They are the ones that's about to go broke. Because when people realize that they just been getting off on us, you know, upcharging 600+%, niggas ain't gonna fuck with that no more, you feel me? Because now they just feel used. Even though they wasn't really the ones buying it, but they were selling themselves for this fake items, bro. Think about that. They sold their soul. Now they're mentally messed up because they just been kept selling their body for materialistic items or experiences. And like I say, that causes the destruction of the family. But like I've been saying, everything is coming together for everyone to wake up and realize most of this life we've been living was all designed to oppress us. And even worse, make us do it to ourselves. Anyways, quick rant, but y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be gods. Peace.
Why people always got their opinion, but no facts. Knowing they don't research, they just react. We can all see the men in black, taking a piece of everything, then call it tax. While they rob us blind, the police tell us to relax. This is how the Democrats got racks on top of racks. They always caught them going to different countries, funding terrorist attacks. That's exactly why their financial system is about to collapse. Y'all remember them stimulus checks? It was all a trap to get our signatures to withdraw trillions from us without a strap. They used the funds to create FEMA camps and underground bases all over the map. Preparing for 2025, the reset, they already know it's a wrap. So they started channeling their psychological operations through these apps. Telling their vision is how they got our minds unwrapped to manifest their prophecies in order to make contact. The rapture, Armageddon, World War III, the real Mortal Kombat. Everything they stolen from us, we're about to get that back.
One thing about me, I ain't hard to get rid of. All you gotta do is ignore messages 3 times. And I tell everyone this when I first start talking to them. First time, yeah, you may have forgotten. Second time, shame on you. Third time, shame on me for even accepting the fact that you keep ignoring my messages. From that point forward, I'm not gonna text you back, I'm not contacting you at all until you show me some interest. Or, all you gotta do is just tell me you don't wanna talk to me no more. And guess what? I will not bother you, I promise you. And I always wonder if people really believe when I say this, because they probably be shocked as fuck that I really don't contact them after the fact, because I'm not gonna bother anybody. That's not a part of my agenda.
Yeah, that's the end of the presentation, but them past 3 clips got me in my mind a little bit like damn, like I really like bro. I like dude, the mailman guy, man. I like him. He got me in my mental right now thinking about some things where it's like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really got me thinking about some things here. Anyhow, it's my intention that you enjoyed and you are in a wonderful, magnificent mood because it is the end of the presentation. Full disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything you see on this channel is merely speculation. Viewer discretion is advised. Please do your own homework and research for proper discernment. If it don't resonate, we should leave it on the ground for someone else to pick it up as we watch these clips as a form of escaping external chaos going on outside of ourselves, as we are all experiencing our own individual realities. Like Tommy says, no problem, Stacy. Abundance. Like Tommy says, max respect, max grace, gratitude, and thanks to all you guys who've been here from the beginning, liking, commenting, sharing, been subscribed, doing this energetic exchange with me that we do on a regular. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified when we go up and you don't miss out on the vibe, the energetic exchange, you know what I'm saying? Anyone and everyone who has ever sown to see me, it will be returned 100-fold as the Most High is in you, as divine vessel to divine support yours truly, because it's all about divine support. I just want to say grace, gratitude, and thanks, peace, and prosperity. You and yours, hope you know it never goes unnoticed. Really does help the channel, the foundation, my well-being. I know what's up, yo, Haven. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. I'm saying balance and harmony, love and unity, safe travel and Astros. I'll see y'all next time. I don't think I'm going to go up next rotation, honestly. It's going to be really nice next rotation. It's going to be really nice. It's going to be warm. The sun is going to be out. The skies are going to be clear. I think I'm going to go nature bond, and the universe works in mysterious ways. So I think the Most High, source, the universe, however you want to put it, however you want to word it, just use Tommy as a vessel to remind me and to acknowledge me to keep doing what I do and continue doing what I do by going out and doing such a thing. As he said, max respect to how I nature bond and go on my nature hikes. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get that done next rotation. So as I said, I'll see y'all next time. I can't promise you I'm going up next rotation because I am gonna get out and, you know, consume the light photons, consume the light codes, you know, discharge negative energy, transmute it to positive, consume all the wonderful, magnificent, high energy in the atmosphere, things of that nature. I love y'all. Y'all know what's up. I'll see y'all next time, man. Love and unity. Stay Trav Naturals. Balance and harmony. Haven, I'm out. No problem, Kennedy. Have a good one, man.